In this video, I'm going to show you how to use the advanced search functionality. To access the advanced search, click on the menu icon in the top left hand corner and click on advanced search under my apps. Once that loads, you'll get this screen here, and as it says, you have the ability to search over 500,000 player records. Alternatively, you can search on your own client data, so you can search on reports, shortlists, player state, notes. First of all, if I show you how to search for the whole database, you can search by the region that a player may be playing in or has played in. To search by region, just click on the name here, and then you can select the country, and then you can select the leagues within that country. So we want to look for players that have played in England, in Spain, and then we can go to the next tab, to the player bio tab, and here we can select their nationality. So if we say English, so click on the flag icon, click on Europe, EU, the region, and then click on the country. So we're looking for English players playing in England and Spain, in the Premier League or La Liga. We can select the age range. So we want to look at players under the age of 30, male, both footed, either footed, it doesn't matter. Height doesn't matter, weight will leave as well. You've also got the ability to search by contract information if it's within our system. Also on agent information, again, if that's in the system. Once selected, you can click OK. And here you can select the positions. So we want to find specific players, say central midfielders or attacking midfielders. Again, click OK. Got the ability to search by statistics, so if they've made a certain amount of appearances, so they've had to have made at least 5 appearances, say OK. We'll leave these two as these are the report and client data. Select a date range, so we'll change that from 1 week to 1 year, and select OK. Once you've completed this, you click on search in the top right hand corner, and that will return all players that fit that criteria. This has returned 69 players that fit that criteria. So, if we look again, that's players playing in the Premier League or La Liga, of English nationality, under the age of 30, that play in central midfield role or attacking midfield role, and have made at least 5 appearances in the past year. From here, you can download this to Excel by clicking on the download search results icon. As soon as you click on this, you'll be presented with an Excel spreadsheet with more information about the players provided to you within an Excel format. As stated previously, you can also use the advanced search to query your report data and client data. To query the report data, click on the reports tab, and here you'll find the list of your templates within your system. Obviously these are going to be different to the ones you're seeing on the screen at the moment. However, the concept will still be the same. So if I wanted to look at players reported on using the goalkeeper template, I can click on that. On the right hand side will become the metrics from that template. As stated previously, these will differ from your own. What I want to do is view players that have been given a certain grade. So I've got a grading drop down on my template. So I want to see players that have been given between an A and a B on my goalkeeper template. So I drag it to B and I drag it to A. Click the tick button to say OK. And then select a date range. So I want to look in the last 1 month. And say OK using the tick box. Then the right hand side, click on search. So this will return all players that I have given an A or B rating to using the goalkeeper template. If I wish to query this further, so if I just want to look at perhaps English players that have been given the A or B rating, I can change it using the player bio in the top left hand corner and change the nationality to English, so Europe, EU and England. Tick, tick, and then click on search again. This time it will remove any players not of English nationality. Again, I can download this data by clicking on the cloud icon to download search results. That will then give me an Excel spreadsheet of my results. Using the Client Data tab, we can search through shortlists, on player state, and on any notes done on players or teams or matches. Click on the shortlists. Here we can click on certain lists and look at certain players in different categories. So if we want to view players as a right back in a demo list, for example, simply click on right back. The date range will be when that player was added to that shortlist. So you change this to a year. It'll then research. It'll bring back all players added to as a right back to that list in the past year. You can also, like I said, search on player state. So if we just clear this, so if we go back to player state, here you have your list of player states. So you can search for players that have been given the player state, assigned player state of contract expiry of June 21. So OK, and again the date range is going to be when that player state was added to the player. And search, and that will return. You can search on notes, so phrases within a note, or using hashtags in notes always helps. So if we search on hashtag contract, say OK by clicking on the tick, and click on search, that will then return any players who have got contract on their notes in the system. One thing to note about advanced search is that it adheres to the access rights within your system, and so you can only search on your own reports, or if you have access to other people's reports, obviously you'll be able to see those too, along with player state, shortlists and player notes as well. That concludes the video on advanced search. If you have any questions, please email prosupport@statsperform.com.